It was pretty bizarre. I mean, to be honest with you, I was afraid for my life, so.
Right now, a tornado touches down in southern Wisconsin, leaving a trail of destruction behind.
Plus, a proposal to add a police service training facility in Fitchburg is getting mixed support ahead of a funding vote next week.
And an update on how progress is coming along on a statue memorializing Vel Phillips, set to go on the Capitol grounds later this summer. It's all ahead on News 3 Now at 10. Well, in the past few hours, we were dealing with severe weather all across southern Wisconsin. A confirmed tornado spotted southwest of Madison earlier tonight. This video sent to us by Jessica from Evansville, showing the tornado, the very first one ever in the month of February for the state of Wisconsin. The tornado and storms, of course, knocking out power as well for more than 1,500 Alliant and We Energy's customers in Dane and Rock counties.
Tonight, News 3 Now has team coverage. Arman Rahman is out looking for storm damage. Tonight, he's near Evansville, but first, there's a lot we need to get to with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti, and he joins us now with the first word forecast.
Well, the good news is the severe weather threat is over with. In fact, most of the moisture and rain is gone, and things will start to settle down. But after a day of record high temperatures, Doppler track now has settled down quite a bit. The storms that we had earlier have moved right through southern Wisconsin. You can see them affecting areas mainly south of Madison. So they started in southwestern Wisconsin. They tracked to the north and east. You can see Greene County, Rock County, into Jefferson and southeastern Dane County. That's where the worst of these storms were. And you can see the storm reports, hail and tornado reports from southwestern Wisconsin through southeastern Dane County and into Jefferson County. Tornado reported in Albany, but we also had reports in Evansville, over toward the southeastern portion of Dane County. Just, you know, pretty much just a line right there from south of Monroe to just northwest of Jefferson, where the most likely tornado activity took place. But now the rest of the sprinkles are moving out of the area. Things are settling down. Madison hit a high temperature of 55 degrees. That tied a record going back almost 100 years to 1925. Janesville was at 59. Dubuque, Iowa, 60 degrees. They hit a record, as did Milwaukee. Current temperatures are starting to come down. Milwaukee's still in the 50s, but Madison has dropped to 48. That's a 5-degree drop in the last hour. And temperatures are in the 30s out toward La Crosse. But in Dane County, still 48 degrees in Mount Horeb, 49 degrees in McFarland, and 50 right now in Deerfield. Otherwise, look for skies to be partly cloudy. It'll be windy and very mild. Low temperature dropping to 37. Later on, I'll take a look at how our temperatures will drop over the next few days.
We got a news crew on the road as soon as the weather turned dangerous tonight.
Arman Rahman has been storm chasing, looking for any damage in the aftermath of that earlier tornado. He joins us live about 25 miles southeast of Madison tonight in Evansville. Arman?
Yeah, Eric and Charlotte, you see above me, these are tires on a trailer. This trailer behind me completely overturned. It just shows some of the very scary scenes that residents here near and in Evansville have been facing tonight. Now, on this property, take a look at this video we shot earlier right after that tornado had moved through. Metal siding on all the trees hanging, as well as in the overturned trailer, another trailer, and the walls of a shed completely torn off. I talked to the family who was renting the property, and they say that it came so quick and so terrifying.
You know, tried to make it downstairs, got my mom downstairs and took her down, and you know, got my dad close, and then the tornado hit and everything exploded. So the windows blew out, the downstairs, it was rumbling like a train. Like, it sounded just like a train. So it's honestly just like a train. I mean, it was this low pitch scream.
And yes, as you can see, it sounded like a train. Many people here saying it blindsided them. I talked to someone who says their son was trying to drive to get home to check on his family when the tornado hit, blew out the windows in his car. Luckily, he remained safe, but they thought he wasn't going to make it home. That's a scary reality a lot of people are facing now as they pick up the pieces here in Evansville. For now, live here in Evansville, I'm Arman Rahman. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you. New at 10, a second public meeting was held tonight ahead of a vote next week on a $50 million Fitchburg Police Service facility. The police department wants its own facility. It occupies a floor and a half in Fitchburg City Hall. However, the price tag on the proposal is what is driving some to oppose it. Fitchburg police say the new facility would come with space to help them recreate volatile situations they might encounter on the jobs, but opponents say there are far more important issues the city should consider funding before a police service facility.
Another unique component is our training components of the facility, to include a multi-purpose classroom space, a defense and arrest tactics training room, and then a multi-purpose tactical training bay, which includes the ability for us to actually fire our weapons.
I know for a fact that people are facing evictions, people are facing rising childcare costs. I know that people are facing challenges with transportation. This is not something that is at top of mind, like, oh, we need a large police training facility.
Fitchburg City Council will vote on the proposal next Tuesday. Turning now to a major national story, President Biden will not face charges for keeping some classified documents at his Delaware home once he left office as vice president.
Special counsel Robert Hur's report concludes the president willfully retained and disclosed classified national security information. It included classified documents and personal notebooks that he kept from his days as vice president in the Obama administration. Hur decided President Biden should not be prosecuted because he believed he was allowed to keep those documents and turn them over to investigators when he was asked. Convicting him would require proof that he intended to break the law. Both conservative and liberal justices on the U.S. Supreme Court expressed skepticism that former President Trump could be left off the Colorado presidential ballot. This is due to his connection with the January 6, 2021 insurrection at the U.S. Capitol. Justices largely avoided arguments about whether President Trump engaged in an insurrection that day, focusing instead on the actual access to the ballot. That's because former President Trump potentially still faces criminal trials surrounding the events on January 6th. The court is expected to issue its ruling in the next couple of weeks.
Well, back here in Madison, 3 new stores will be opening this year at Hilldale Shopping Center. Those businesses are Faraday, Rowan, and Little Words Project. If they don't sound familiar, it's because these will be their very first Wisconsin locations. Faraday sells high-quality clothes made of environmentally responsible fibers. Rowan offers ear piercings for all ages done entirely by licensed nurses who are experts on skin integrity. And Little Words Project is a woman-owned jewelry company. Faraday opens later this month, while Rowan and Little Words Project are said to open sometime early this summer. Bravo is sharing a first look at season 21 of the reality show Top Chef, filmed entirely here in Wisconsin. The chef testants were brought to the Badger State to cook creations based off Wisconsin's food culture. And you can bet that includes a lot of dairy. Episodes were filmed in both Madison and Milwaukee. It's the first time the show has returned to the Midwest since season 4, which was filmed in Chicago. Top Chef returns to Bravo on March 20th.
The statue of a prominent Wisconsin African-American trailblazer will soon grace the state capitol grounds, but more public support is needed to make it happen. More than $375,000 have been raised for a statue of Vel Phillips. About $500,000 in total is needed to complete the installation. This month would have marked Vel Phillips' 100th birthday, and to celebrate the centennial of her birth and her legacy, a statue in August will be unveiled. And Boys and Girls Club of Dane County CEO and President Michael Johnson says that itself is historic.
This will become the first African-American woman in the country to have a singular statue outside of the state capitol. So this is going to be historic in so many ways.
Johnson describes the statue as Phillips sitting in a chair at the Capitol looking poised. Anyone who would like to donate to the project can do so at the web address you see right there on your screen. We've also included it online at channel3000.com.
Students at Madison's Nuestro Mundo Community School enjoyed a meal today entirely cooked from scratch. It's part of a new pilot program by Madison School District to prepare and serve more meals made in-house. On the menu today was marinated and spiced chicken, honey ginger tofu, cilantro lime fried rice, and roasted broccoli. New menu items will only be served a couple days a week, but will increase in frequency as the school year continues. The school district's food service director says serving meals from scratch at schools is a benefit to both students and their families.
Not just eating something, but eating the highest quality food that you can, really, I think, helps kids emotionally to know that they're being cared for in many ways. You know, that the food is not an afterthought. It's a primary thing that's going on during the school day. But then also, yeah, their focus in class, you know, being able not to have to think about whether they're hungry or not. They know they've had a good meal and they feel good about it. And really the goal here is to have the whole household feel good about the meal.
The district says it'll see how students react to the new scratch meals, continue the program through the spring, and collect community input to see what improvements can be made before it's introduced at other schools. Well, the popular winter wonderland that draws thousands of people every year is now closed. Winter Realms, formerly known as Ice Castles in Lake Geneva, shut down for the season tonight. Due to the warmer temperatures this winter, the Fantasyland only opened 2 weeks ago. The shorter than expected season did draw thousands of visitors, though. Guests with tickets for this weekend will be fully refunded. We are less than 3 days away from Super Bowl 58, which you can catch right here on Sunday night at 5:30. Even if you don't like football, the halftime show is always a reason to tune in.
There are people that don't like football?
Believe it or not.
I didn't know that. Well, this year's performer is Usher. He knows fans are curious as to what hits he'll perform, and he shared today his mindset when crafting his halftime set list.
What songs do I feel people know me for? What songs have been a celebration of all of the journey of what life and love and emotion has been offered in my music? You know, that was the idea.
Watch Usher and the San Francisco 49ers battle the Kansas City Chiefs from Las Vegas in Super Bowl 58 right here on Sunday night at 5:30. More local stories are straight ahead tonight at 10.
Sober living homes without any regulations. News 3 Now investigates a company offering sober living, but in conditions so bad, some are instead choosing to face homelessness.
It's a robotic money expert.
Clever. How do I start a savings habit?
Famous cabbage.
Savings habit.
Shaving rabbits.
Tech can make life simpler, but when it comes to savings habits, nothing's as simple as BMO. A BMO savings account helps you build the habit with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward. Ingenious.
Sardine fest.
This year's top prize goes to BMO.
I'm just in it for the saving, but it's nice to be recognized.
BMO.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet's big pet care sale is going on now, and that means huge savings on the food, treats, and supplies you need to help keep your pets happy and healthy. Right now, get a free $15 Blaine's gift card when you spend $75 on Purina Pro Plan dog or cat food. Pro Plan uses advanced nutrition to create targeted formulas that help your unique pets thrive as they age and develop. So shop our assortment today and find the right Pro Plan formula for your dog or cat at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
When you have moderate to severe eczema, it's okay to show off. With Dupixent, show off your clearer skin and less itch, because you have plenty of reasons to show off your skin. With Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, you can stay ahead of your eczema. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your skin from within. Many adults saw 90% clearer skin. Some even achieved long-lasting clearer skin and fast itch relief after first dose. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Show off to the world. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent.
In the game with the Jennifer Hudson Show, because we're sending someone to the Super Bowl. Plus, be the party MVP with these snacks. And Babyface is back again.
We got babies off of your songs and everything else
on the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
For those battling with addiction, environment is everything. Who and what you surround yourself with can make or break your sobriety. So can where you live.
Yeah, so when the place that claims to be the best thing for your sobriety turns into the worst, who's there to protect you? Braden Ross reports.
Any little thing can just be like a tick, you know, a ticking time bomb. Sobriety is fragile.
I was crying out for help, but I never would receive the right help. It was always in and out of jail.
But this time, Monique Lemon is determined not to break. And after 30 days of inpatient treatment, she felt stronger than ever.
I felt on top of the world, you know, and I chose the sober living place because I wanted to get that trust within myself.
The search for a sober living home isn't easy. Long wait lists mean Monique's options were limited. She landed on a spot in a house owned by a company called Sober Living in Madison, or SLIM. There she met Kenya Haskins, also a recovering alcoholic, hoping to find strength alongside Monique.
The main thing, I guess, to me is support and, like, emotional support and, you know, sympathy.
What people look for in sober living is the fellowship, to lean on one another.
Instead, here's what they found.
The day I walked into that house, to be frankly honest, I wanted to turn back around. Look how nasty this place is. Bug infested, like really, really bad, black mold everywhere. It was always a smell in that house.
It turns out that smell was sewage seeping into the basement.
We inhaling our own feces.
So bad, the Madison Fire Department reported the home to the local public health department.
It could have actually had me to relapse in my recovery due to all of this trauma that was going on in the home.
Not having some regulation could be a disaster for the people that live in that house.
Kevin Florick is the CEO of Tellurian, an addiction recovery nonprofit based in Madison that owns and operates 2 sober living homes. He describes a very different environment under his organization.
We have staff that stop over at the facility almost daily. We do family meals. We make sure that folks are still maybe in our outpatient or day treatment. We require folks to get employment.
It's that support that Florick says makes all the difference, but there's no one telling them they have to offer those services. The state of Wisconsin has virtually no mechanism for regulating sober living homes. There is a registry of state-approved recovery residences, but getting on that list is optional. And there's nothing stopping landlords from marketing their homes as sober living to people like Monique and Kenya, who have nowhere else to turn. Meanwhile, those homes can turn a profit.
It got down to it. It seemed like no one ever really cared, you know. It just seemed like it was just all about the money.
Both Monique and Kenya were on Dane County's jail diversion program, which pays SLIM around $900 a month per person they house. Right now, there are 18 people in the jail diversion program still living in SLIM homes.
Like I said, this is backup sewage. You're supposed to care about people's sobriety and make sure they're safe and they're clean.
The conditions forced Kenya and Monique to move out of the SLIM house. Now they're both facing homelessness and a real challenge to the strength they fought so hard to gain.
I was being tested in the beginning of my stages of recovery to see if this is, am I gonna fight for it this time? Is it what I really want?
We've reached out to SLIM several times for a response to our reporting as recently as this afternoon. They did respond to one of our questions in an email addressing the sewage incident. They say the situation was resolved the next day and that nothing else was found to be wrong. They did not respond to any further questions. You can read the full investigation online right now at channel3000.com.
After a busy night in the weather department, Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti joins us now with his first warn forecast.
3 weeks till retirement. You know, Mother Nature has to throw a curveball.
A February one for you before you go.
For the record books, first tornado in the state of Wisconsin during the month of February. Go figure. Let's go ahead and take a look at the storm reports. You can see this storm started in Iowa, moved through northwestern Illinois, mainly hail reports, but the tornado reports basically from south of Monroe to around Albany to Albion and then up into Jefferson County, north and west of Fort Atkinson. But now the severe weather has moved into Michigan. Actually, thunderstorms, those storms have weakened, and even the last of the rain showers have moved out of southern Wisconsin to the west, not seeing anything upstream. So good news there. We're going to stay dry for a while. Take a look at the time lapse from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam in Platteville. Clouds in the morning, then sunshine in the afternoon that warmed us up. Platteville is right on the edge of the thunderstorm, so they didn't get very much. But this is the view to the southwest from the WISC-TV sky cam. Take a look at those storms rolling on in. They were quick movers, and then you can see the skies clearing out as they moved off to the east. That was between about 4 and 6 this afternoon. But record high temperatures set in Dubuque, Iowa, Rockford, Illinois, Milwaukee, La Crosse all hit 59. Dubuque's 60 broke their record by 5 degrees. Madison tied the record at 55. Wausau hit 53. And other reporting stations across Wisconsin set record high temperatures, including Wisconsin Rapids. Even Antigo got up to 47 degrees. But 3 things you need to know in our forecast. It'll be breezy and still very mild tomorrow, which is not as mild as today. High temperatures middle 40s. It'll be dry through next weekend outside of a flurry chance on Thursday of next week. Otherwise, not as mild this weekend, and then temperatures will drop back to near normal by the end of next week. Didn't have records on Wednesday. Today, we tied that record high temperature going back almost 100 years to 1925. Tomorrow, I think we're going to be just shy of the records. We've got a forecast high of 46, and the record high is 50. And our temperatures get back closer to normal, but you can see how the record or the average high temperature is 29. We were today in the middle 50s, so that is a big, big difference. But this swirling storm system now lifting to the north and east. Now it's the colder air wrapping around it, but at this point, it's also going to be drier because most of the snow and rain to the north will stay there. You can see these cold fronts pinwheeling around it. It's windy, but those winds with some sunshine tomorrow, and of course coming off the bare ground out to the west of us, there's no snow across Iowa or most of Minnesota. That will keep our temperatures warm. The last of the showers taking off with the cold front, but temperatures are falling off. Milwaukee at 54. You can see La Crosse down to 42, and the Twin Cities already down to 37. Plan your day for tomorrow. Look for partly cloudy skies. Temperatures near 40 by 9 a.m., lower 40s by lunchtime, and afternoon high temperatures topping out in the middle 40s. Here in Madison for tonight, low of 37. Still kind of windy overnight, and tomorrow look for a high of 46. A little breezy, but at least skies will be partly sunny. And planning your day across Dane County, 43 for the high in Brooklyn, 46 in Middleton, and 46 in Verona. Rest of southern Wisconsin, Janesville could get up to 49. Camp Douglas probably only topping out at 43. First one, 7 to 10 day forecast. Temperatures still above normal, but just not as mild for the weekend. A flurry chance on Thursday of next week. Otherwise, near average temperatures by next weekend.
And coming up in sports, why the final road trip of the regular season is all about the Badger women's hockey team, not their opponent. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Mercedes and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells.
Want big fitness energy without a big investment? Join Planet Fitness. Now through February 16th, save big during the Big Fitness Energy Sale when you join for just $1 down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. That's right, we've dropped our enrollment fee to just $1, so it's easy to get in and get energized. Never intimidating. Always free fitness training. Equipment for every workout. Don't miss out. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Hurry, deal ends Friday, February 16th.
If you have Medicare and Medicaid, iCare's dual eligible special needs plans help you get both care and coverage. Benefits include $1,800 per year to pay for eligible groceries and over-the-counter items. Whatever you don't spend carries over each month. Receive a $4,000 a year dental allowance and pay nothing for covered prescriptions all year long, even the brand name ones. Call us today and a licensed sales agent will help you find out if you're eligible. Rest easy. iCare is looking out for you and your health.
Gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Pick and Save app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
You've got this. Your big moment on their big day. The dress? Another one you'll never wear. Gift? Practical. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with early pay on direct deposits. So when you get invited to your third destination wedding in as many months, we'll be there with you.
When we first met Todd, we thought Jen was kidding.
You've got this with Associated Bank.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Mercedes and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells.
It's not technically a weekend off, but after back-to-back series against top 10 teams, this weekend's road trip to Bemidji State might feel like one for the Wisconsin women. The Beavers aren't really having a great year. They're second to last in the WCHA standings and have won 3 total games. But that's not what Mark Johnson wants his club to focus on. He's more interested in his Badgers continuing to play at the level they've been skating at.
Doesn't matter who you're playing or where you're playing. As we all know in our league, if you're going to have success, you have to play at a high level. And, we're in that space right now, and now we have to continue doing that.
We know that it's going to be a fight, and, going into their arena, we know they're going to give us their best. And so we just kind of have to prepare for each game like, it's playoffs and everything. So it's going to be a key weekend, and I think we're ready for it.
Fresh off taking 9 of the possible 12 Big Ten points from Minnesota this season, the Wisconsin men got a little boost ahead of their series with Notre Dame. Cruz Lucius is good to go and back in the lineup after missing last series with an upper body injury. The Badger forward leads the team in points, is second in goals, and Mike Hastings knows just how important it is for his team to have him back.
He's a gifted offensive player that is rounding out his game and being a guy that plays in both ends. And just his presence. I think he's got a calming presence in our locker room, on our bench. He's in great spirits. I think he's hungry to play. Just trying, sometimes as a coach, you got to temper a little bit of the excitement.
The NFL announced their Hall of Fame class of 2024, and former Packer Julius Peppers got the nod. During his 3 years in Green Bay, he racked up 25 sacks, forced 8 fumbles, and picked off 2 passes, returning both for touchdowns. Peppers spent 17 seasons in the NFL, where he played for the Bears, the Packers, and the Panthers. Robin Lopez is reading instead of playing against the Wolves. The Bucs traded him to the Kings and picked up Patrick Beverly from the 76ers. As far as the game goes, A.J. Green was dialed in. The sharpshooter dropped in 7 triples and finished with a game-high 27 points. Only problem, the Wolves won the game. Bucs fall 129-105. They've lost 5 of their last 6. We're back after this.
One of our biggest sales of the whole year. Get a great-looking bed for just $198. Get up to 60% off list during our huge President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture. You'll get the best deals and free shipping. The huge President's Sale at Slumberland.
Salonpas, makers of powerful pain relief patches for 89 years, believes in continuous improvement, like rounded corners that resist peeling, with an array of active ingredients and sizes to relieve your pain. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Johnson Financial Group started with an idea that a bank could do more for its community, helping its people make not just a living, but the life they've worked so hard for. That's why with our clients, we don't start with assets or balance sheets. We start with your story, caring about your hopes and dreams for the future, and building a financial plan to help you achieve them the way we've done it for over 50 years. Customer-focused, truly local, and committed to our communities. We are Johnson Financial Group.
Fishing isn't as hard as it looks. Just get Arby's to spread some tartar sauce on a toasted bun, and bam! You've reeled in 2 crispy fish. Arby's, we have the meats.
We know people can be concerned with replacing their windows in the winter, but winter can actually be the perfect time to replace those old drafty windows. Nothing will keep you more comfortable in your home during the winter than new windows. And our certified master installers are highly trained experts that will install your new windows properly while reducing exposure to outside elements. Ask how your winter installation can save you money and make you more comfortable in your home.
It's Auto Show. The deals start now, and so should you. Get started on your next Ford SUV. Like an adventure-ready Bronco or Bronco Sport. Escape to take on the everyday. Or Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. Get here to your Ford dealer. It's Auto Show. The deals start now, and so should you. During Auto Show, choose Flex Buy on Explorer or Bronco Sport with 1.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $2,000 Flex Buy cash.
Imagine trying to take on one of the big car companies. It's not easy. Yet this year, one local law firm finalized the largest compensatory verdict in state history against an automaker, over $38 million. And it was no fluke. That same firm has been holding big car companies accountable for faulty designs that cause injury for over 50 years. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
Introducing Purple Mattresses at Slumberland. Get $700 off Purple mattress sets. We carry all the trusted brands. And our new comfort guarantee is 365 nights. Up to 60% off right now during the President's Sale at Slumberland.
Yes! The Emmy Award-winning News 3 Now this morning, weekday.
It's been a long day for the weather department. Finally bringing it to an end, Gary.
3 more weeks to go, right?
Hey, but a great job today, and this
Thanks.
was a crazy day.
Yeah, it was, you know, you don't expect a tornado in February. You've never had one during the month of February. Well, that record has gone by the wayside. But things have settled down now. Right now, just cloudy skies in Madison. And the skies are even clearing up out to the west. The rain is gone now, so not looking for any precipitation. Still seeing some wind gusts in the 20 to 25, maybe 30-mile-per-hour range overnight. Temperatures are dropping off. Milwaukee's still at 54, but Madison's 48. La Crosse is 42. Look for lows in the upper 30s tonight.
All right, Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.